John McQuillan with McQuillan Brothers Plumbing, Heating, and Air out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Back for another video. This is number 2 in our series on hot water boilers, and this video is going to be about maintaining your equipment. So when talking about maintaining a boiler, a lot of times I compare it to an oil change on a car. It's something that we recommend doing it at least once a year, having someone come out. Typically people do it right before the heating season starts as a preventative maintenance. We all know, because our moms drove it into our head for years, that if you don't change the oil on the car, the engine's going to break. And it's the same with your boiler. If you don't maintain your boiler, you're going to lose efficiency. You've got the potential to shorten its lifespan, and you know, the biggest problem you can end up with is carbon monoxide and dangerous gases dumping into your home. Alright, so this is the inside of a standard 80% efficient boiler. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through what we do at McQuillan Brothers when we do a clean and tune. So the first thing we do is we're going to come in and we're going to pull this burner assembly right down here. This is where your gases go in and your flame burns, and this is the area where most debris collects. So like I say, we'll pull this whole assembly, clean everything out. Then we're going to go and we're going to verify that your safeties, you've got your rollout safety here, and this is your high limit or your aquastat, what you set your water temperature on. We're going to verify that both those safeties operate properly. Then we're going to come up here to your relief valve, make sure relief valve is operating properly. This is your primary pressure relief for the system, so this should be checked at least once a year.
Go ahead.
We're going to take what's called a manometer, and what we're going to do with this is the tool that we use to test gas pressure. So we're going to test here on the inlet of your gas pressure, and we're going to test again here on the outlet to make sure that we have the right gas pressure going to your burners. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a combustion analysis. For that, we use what's called a combustion analyzer. And this we insert right here into your flue pipe, and this is going to tell us if your flames are burning properly, if your gases such as carbon monoxide are actually drafting out the chimney, and it's going to give us the efficiency of your boiler, how it's operating. The reason that this is such an important step in the process is because this is the tool that actually tells us, hey, I'm not dumping carbon monoxide into the space. The boiler's operating as efficiently as it can. This is the main tool used for tuning a boiler. This is a carbon monoxide detector. I always set these up top when the boiler's firing. When the flue box starts to separate from the burners, the gases will actually dump out through these cracks. So this is just another tool we use to verify that carbon monoxide is actually being maintained in the flue box and exhausting out your chimney. We've got a couple shots here of a dirty boiler that wasn't maintained. So what we're looking at here is a boiler that we had to do a full teardown of. This boiler, as you can see, is filthy on the inside compared to this picture here, which is what it looked like when we were done. You can see that on all these heat exchanger plates there are these little pins or nipples here that actually help the heat exchanger transfer heat to the water. But what happens when you don't do a combustion analysis and you don't tune your boiler, you get a dirty flame. And that soot actually builds up around these little pins and plugs the boiler. So you end up with a filthy boiler, and your flue gases can't evenly rise across your heat exchanger plates. They actually have to find their own paths through the blockages, and that's how you get hot spots in your heat exchanger, which will eventually crack your boiler. So that's a standard clean and tune on a hot water boiler. So the reason we're doing these videos is to educate homeowners. We want you to have the safest, most efficient, longest lasting hot water heating system you can have. If you're in the Twin Cities here in the St. Paul, Minneapolis area, give us a call. Our number is linked below. Feel free to comment or click on the link to our website. And thanks for your time. We'll catch you on the next one.